Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone, welcome back to our education channel. This time we are looking at a series of the new report card system for the new curriculum, the competence based curriculum in Uganda. And this curriculum is still under development, so there are a series of changes that are coming in the out. Recently, NCDC has proposed another report card system that should be used by schools in generating the report cards for the students. So in this case, we have also adjusted the last report card system that we had, and we have tried as much as possible to include all the recommendations by the NCDC. So today we are going to look at the new changes that have come in the new report card system. Without taking much of your time, as usual, if you have forgotten the password, you are going to click here, you put the name of your best friend, then you click and you'll get the password displayed. The username is trial and the password is 123 as it has been displayed. Then you click login. Then this system is like what we did last time, except there are a few changes that have come in. For example, let's start with the administration page. On the administration page, we are just going to have this where you can put the class and the stream, then where you can insert the students, the school logo. In this case, I'll first delete that. So you will be able to add the subject details from the administration page. Then you will come back here on the students list. The students list has also changed. I'm going to show you how those changes have come in. This time we have added, we have the student's name, the gender, the student's ID. Here you'll have to put the ID numbers for the students which have been assigned to the students. And there are many other things that we have included. We have included space for the games and sports. If a student is performing in games and sports and those other curricular activities, you'll be able to give a comment to that specific student. Then the clubs, you comment on the clubs. We have very many clubs in our schools. We have Rotaract, we have maybe Interact, we have Straight Talk, we have Debating Club, we have the Mathematical Societies, we have as many clubs as possible that you may be having in your school. So a student will be able to have participated in at least one of those clubs that you have in the school. Then you'll give a comment on how the student is performing. We have the project. Here is where you are going to put the scores for a specific project. This is the part for project 1, maybe the subject, and then the project title that the students are working on. So you'll have also to give the score for a given student on the project that the students have worked on, then project 2 and project 3. The projects that we have to do in a term, that is going to be a maximum of 2, but in this case I've included 3 maximum at least for those ones who may have done them anyway, but the maximum as recommended by NCDC are 2 projects per term, meaning that you'll need to have 12 projects for a given student at the end of the cycle. Then we have also included the class teacher's comment, whereby you'll have to give a comment to a given student according to the performance. So the class teacher will give a comment to a given student on how the student behaves, how the student is performing, all the comments that a class teacher may be interested in giving to a given student are going to go here. Then we have the account section. The account section here, we are going to have the fees. If a student is having the balance, you are going to include the next term fees and the balance. So these will be calculated automatically and it will go to the report card that a student will be going with at home. So this is the account section, whereby you put the figures. That's the money that a student has paid and the money that is remaining with and what is supposed to pay the next term. Then the values exhibited. So here you can include the comment for the values that a student has really exhibited during the term. So you include those values that a student has specific detail on a given student. You also include those values. So let's first go back and also talk about the report card. Under the report card, it's where we are going to have the title. All this we saw last time. So whatever we shall put here, this is the space for the school logo, and here it will be the student's photo that will be displayed. So without wasting much time here, all the details that will be added the other side, all those details will come. The subject will come here, the competence. This is the description of the competence. For example, if this is mathematics and C1 is maybe competence 1, you describe what competence 1 stands for. If it is logarithms and you are dealing with how maybe to add, divide and subtract logarithms, that detail will go here, such that the general comment that the teacher will be giving, the subject teacher will be giving, will be according to what has been described here. So the teacher will comment on this competency like that continuously until you finish all the competencies, and this description of the competency will go to the subject details, as we shall see when we continue with this video. So this is the report card, and that's majorly what is changing here. Then when you move down, when you scroll down, we are going to see this average now is out of 10. It's no longer out of 20 like it has been, simply because the out of 10 will be for all the scores that the student has got. Then we get the average of 10 out of 10. Then the 10% will be from the project work. So the project work will bring the 10% at the end of the cycle. Then after that we shall have the 20%, whereby we shall submit the 20% to UNEB. Then the 80% will come from the end of the cycle that the students will be doing. So at the end of the cycle, at the end of the 4 years, you'll have to submit the 20% of the students' work. So accumulating these values time and again will help us have the 10% for the scores for the given competencies. Then the 10% will come from the projects. Then the 80% will come from the final work that the students have done. The comment you give on the games and sports will be displayed in this position here. Then the name of the teacher will go here. The teacher will put the name, and that is the teacher responsible for games and sports. Then the signature will also be put there. Then for the clubs, the comment will go here. Then the name of the teacher responsible for the club will be there. Then the signature will be there. The projects that the students have done, this will be the project, the subject, this will be the project title. The subject, project title, the score will go here. Then the remark that you put that side of the students list will be displayed there. Then the values exhibited, that the values the students have, the student has exhibited during the term, will also be there. Then the class teacher's comment that you put that side will go there. Then the head teacher's comment will also come here. This one is from the comment section, and the signature will also go there. Then the term fees from the account section will be displayed here, and the total will also be displayed there. So the date the term is starting will come here, and the date the term is has ended will go there. Okay, so this is now the rubric of what has been presented up there. So having seen what changes have come in the report card, let's first go back and see on the comments. Here on the comments, this is just the head teacher's comment. From 0.9 to 1, the head teacher will put the comments that he is or she is interested in for a given student, and will be displayed on the report card. The date the term has started, has ended, and the date the next term will be beginning will be displayed here, and it will also go direct to the report card. Then the administration, here we are going to put the subject details. So to start with, let's start with the administration. After opening your software, you'll go to the administration, you got the students, the subject details. Maybe before we go there, let's first go to the students list. We go to subject details and add the subject details. So from here we are going to add the subjects. Let's start with mathematics. So from there you can go to the teacher's name, you add the teacher's names. So I'm going to add these names. Okay, so after adding all those details, you can click on the save button, save, and those details will be displayed there, and you can exit. So if you are to check mathematics, English, chemistry, physics, all those subjects have been successfully added. So let's first go back to the administration now. We go to the subject details. So our subjects have already been added. So among all the subjects, you are going to include all the competency description. For C1, what does C1 stand for? C2, C3, C4, C5. You put all those details here. For mathematics, I'm going to include the details for mathematics only. Then other details you will be able to include. You can even see the names have already been added for the subject teachers this side, such that the subject teacher knows where to add his or her details. So I'm going to first of all pause the video and put all the details I'm going to include for mathematics, then we see what happens. You can use any, so long as that's what you prefer as your competency. So let's go back and check in our report card. So if you can see the report cards here, the competencies have already been added as we have put there, and the name of the teachers have been added, and the subjects have also been added, as we can see. Okay, these ones are adjustable. As you are going to print, the printer will adjust them automatically, and all those ones will be able to fit there, and you'll be able to see all of them. Then after that, let's go back and add other details on this. When you go back, now you'll go to the students list. After adding all the competences, you can go to the students list. Then you add the names of the learners. Then you put the gender, you add the student's ID. So after adding the student's ID, you can go back to here and start adding the scores for the students. So I'm going to add the scores for these two students on mathematics only. So after adding the scores, then you add the generic skills that you have observed with your students as a subject teacher. For example, mathematics, which generic skills have you been able to observe while in class, while dealing with your students? So you add those generic skills in this place here. So after that, you can add the general comment, and this general comment will come from the marks that you have given to a given student. So like here, number 1, competency 1 was about sets, so you give a comment on how a student has performed, and you also give a comment on how a student has performed. This competence was about vectors. So after adding the generic skills, you can go to another subjects, but in this case we are not going to go to all those subjects since we may not spend a lot of time making this video. Maybe allow me change a few things. I'm going to change the marks a little such that this descriptor can change. I'll change from student 1. I'm not going to touch numbers competency 1 and competency 2. I'm going to touch these competencies here such that at least we have some change in our descriptor. I think it has changed. Yes, it has changed. So like that, you can go on to change, to add the marks, the scores for all the subjects. Then what we are going to add together is the games and sports. I'm just going to add just simple statements. Then we go to clubs. Then we can go to the projects. Under projects, you have added for a button. You'll add the project title, for example, writing a book. Add the subject, literature. You can add the second project and save. Okay, so the project will come here, the title will be there, and you can add the score. If it is 8, you add it there, 8.57. It is out of 10, of course. Then you add the remark. Like that, you continue adding the projects. Then you go to the teacher's comment, and the teacher has to make a comment here. So from there, account section, you can add the amount for the next term fees, then the balance the student has not paid. I will add 20,000. Then the values exhibited, you can add those values there. After that, you can go now to the report card and check what is there. So when you go to the report card, we are going to see for student number 1, the student's ID number is already there, the year is there, the gender is there, and the student's name is also there. Then the teacher's name is there, and all what we have added for the generic skills have also been displayed here. Then if you try to go down, we added only for mathematics. So if you try to move down a little, the other details that we have added on, you see this one is already here, the score out of 10 is there, and the identifier has already been given, and the descriptor has also been given to the student. So to pick the name, Asimwe is good in football. That is under games and sports. So the teacher will put his or her name here, and the signature will also go there. Then for the clubs, Asimwe is good in debate. So the teacher responsible for debate will be there, and the signature will also be there. So the project, it is in literature and it is writing a book. The student has scored 8.7, and the comment or the remark is he has good writing skills, as we have put there. Then the values exhibited will come here. He has good communication skills, so those will go there. Then the teacher's comment, he's always present in class and will do better if he keeps the spirit. Then the teacher's comment will be according to the scores that the student has got. For example, we are going to, let's first go back and add some few on this comments for maybe from 0.9 to 1. Improve, just adding random. The date, the term has ended. Then you go back to the report card. You check the details, see he is always present, all those details are there. So good, aim higher. The date the term will be starting and the term has ended is also displayed here. The fees and the next term total figure is also displayed there. So this is what we are having for today, and let's first go to student number 2 and check student 2. See, everything will change for student 2 and the name will be there for student number 2. Then student number 3, we have not added any details. We have not added any details of this for student number 3. Let's check. You see, the competency description will remain there, but the student will not have anything being displayed here, so that student will not have those figures displayed. Number 3, number 4 can also check, there is nothing. Then let's first go back here and put student's photo. We can add the photo. I think I have my photos on the desktop, and I'll add randomly one photo. So we can go back to the report card. It is number 1. Student's photo will be there. Then we can also add the logo that is from the administration page. Then you go to insert logo, you go here, you add the logo for the school, you go back to the report card. So this is the new changes that have come in, and to all those ones who are interested, please, my number is in the description, and we can always negotiate and see how best you can get this report card system installed in your computer. Then you can print for one student, you can print for all the students by clicking these buttons here. So that is all that we shall have for today. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please subscribe and hit the notification such that you are alerted in case of any updates or any changes that come in this system. Thank you very much for watching and have a great time. Peace.